So it's currently 5:33. I've been up for an hour, and I'm not a mornings person. I remember 1.5 to 2 years ago, I used to save some like inspirational quotes or reels on my phone, on my old phone. And when I woke up, I used to watch that to kind of get out of bed. And since that worked, I was like, okay, that's my way to go, right? Or to just motivate myself and go, bro, you have to do this and stuff like that. And and this kind of works in the beginning, but it kind of feels like a ticking time bomb. Like it felt like I was so dependent on this motivation that as soon as the video started fading, it was completely gone. And what's funny is that now I've never enjoyed waking up early less than now, I guess. I'll come to that later, but when I wake up these days, and I wake up at 4:25 usually, well, not every day, but I'm gonna make it every day pretty soon. My thoughts are never positive. As in, when I wake up early, I'm never like, yes, let's get the day. It's most likely that's what you're gonna go through once you listen to it. Because I promise you, if you listen to what I'm saying and you apply it, you will wake up at any time you want. I promise you that. So just pay attention to the video real quick. So motivation doesn't play a role at all for me anymore. In fact, I don't have motivation. What I have is something else. And it's not even necessarily, it's connected to willpower, but when I wake up these days, I never think to myself, oh, I'm gonna get it, oh, I'm gonna do this. Which does happen, but it's maybe 1 out of 5 times. That's when I actually enjoy it. And you might be like, oh, why do you do this if you don't even enjoy it? I'll get to that later. So, actually, the reason I don't enjoy it is because I realize that that's the best option I have, which is waking up early. So the alternative would be sleeping till 9 a.m., maybe 10 a.m. During the weekends, it could even be up to 11. And most people who have done that or do that still know that it's very brain numbing. So when you do that, your whole day's ruined. You may be productive, you might work maybe 1 or 2 more hours, but at least for me, the way it works is I either wake up early and get in 4 hours of work done, or I wake up at 11, and the amount of work I get done is probably 1 or 2 sloppy hours. So what I have now is not motivation. My mind understands that there is no better alternative. It's like, how do I tell you this with an example? Okay. Let's say you have to bring the trash out, and that's very annoying, I would call it. But if I told you that every 10 minutes you don't bring it out, you have to come back and bring in another one, you would finish it as soon as possible. What you would have is not motivation. You wouldn't think to yourself, yes, I'll bring that trash out. But you understand that if you don't, something worse is going to happen, which is going to be you having to do it twice. So stop relying on motivation, and especially external motivation from things like TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever. I mean, if I went on my Instagram right now, I could find hundreds of Reels that motivate me. And the thing is, motivation is only temporary. Even something as heavy as retiring your parents, because that is quite frankly my goal. That is something that I'm striving for. It doesn't, as harsh as it sounds, it doesn't last forever, my guy. The thing is, the thought of it feels still very important to you, but it just doesn't click to you as much because it becomes repetitive at one point. Like your mind kind of gets used to it. You stop visualizing as much. You have to try more to understand what that means. So, first of all, what I would advise you is, and this is a more known approach, I guess. This is a part of it. This is not something. The first things I've told you cannot avoid. You have to detach yourself from external motivation. And what another thing you have to do is, unless if you want to make it much harder for yourself, there's two more things. One of them is sleeping on time. So I wake up 4:25, and my goal for sleeping on time is 9 o'clock. Very extreme. I'm aware it's not very, might seem very weird to you if you're watching this. But yeah, there's a quote by Alex Hormozy. I'll paraphrase it. It goes, if you go to bed on time, it goes, if you go to bed at 8, it's very difficult to wake up late. Okay, I kind of fucked it up, but basically says, like, I sleep at 9. It's very difficult for me to wake up at 9, because I will have slept 12 hours. So it's very important for you to get that schedule straight. It's gonna take 3 to 4 days at least for your body to get used to that. So when I started implementing sleeping at 9, which was about maybe 2-3 weeks ago, when I started implementing that, my body didn't want that. And this is an excuse you'll be making as well. You'll be like, no, but I'm not sleepy then, and my sleep schedule's used to getting me, I only get sleep at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. This is something that you're gonna cope with, and that's okay, because I used to do that for a long time, maybe 1 year, which is the reason it took me so long to get used to it. So just get that sleep on time. I don't think I need to say any more than that. Oh, actually, I do. Even when you sleep at 9, it's not gonna be like you wake up early and it's 4:25 and you're like, yes, I'm fine. I woke up. This will happen maybe 1 out of 4 times, 1 out of 5 times. There will be times where you shoot up immediately and like get out of the sheets and everything and start working out or whatever you want to do. But yeah, it will still be difficult. There's no easy way out. I mean, yeah, there's no easy way out. So yeah, the last thing was this. I kind of covered the last thing already. There will be days where you sleep less. Maybe you're at a party or event, or maybe you're staying at your girlfriend's house, anything. Maybe you just come late from the gym, where you do end up sleeping at 11 instead of 9. And you might be like, oh, well, then I'm only getting 5.5 hours of sleep, in case you're waking up like me. Yes, you are. And you might be thinking, no, but I don't operate on anything less than 8 hours of sleep, and this is gonna mess up my sleep, so I can't. All these things and all these thoughts that you're having are, I hate to say it to you, but they are excuses. And I'm not trying to be some like badass talker who's trying to talk you into this, but there's never gonna be a time. There's nobody, whether it's David Goggins, even David Goggins said it. There's times where he sleeps way later because he has stuff to do. So don't think to yourself, oh, I can only wake up early if it's that time. Because let's say you didn't get much sleep. Let's say I only got 3 hours of sleep. I was in bed on time. Everything went well. I just couldn't sleep. Does that mean my whole day I get to take a rest day? So I had something important I still wanted to share with you. Waking up early and just getting 3 hours of sleep isn't as dramatic as it sounds. On the long term, if you did that every day, you would die, quite frankly. But just because one day you got less sleep and the next day you can make up for that, you shouldn't cry about that. You shouldn't be like, oh, dude, I only got 4 hours of sleep or 5 hours. I'm like, cry about it, bro. What do you want? A therapist? You know what I mean? The real ones know what I just said. So kind of just visualize and understand that it's never gonna be easy. It will be difficult anyway, but it will be less difficult than the pain of regret. You probably know this quote. It's very cliche. It goes, along those lines of, if you hate the pain of discipline, wait till you get the bill of regrets. And with that, I want to end you guys off. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I would say just implement what I said. And if you do this, you will fail every now and then. I'm not telling you will ever go 100% without waking up late, but I would say that within a week or two, you will definitely completely be in sync with waking up early, achieving your goals, and you realize that you might think, oh, I'll be tired, so I don't want to get to work then, or I won't be able to work and focus. But I promise you, once you get up early and you take a cold shower, or like some people do, like I do, and you sit down and you kind of wake, like you open your eyes wide open, you understand that your focus has been, maybe for me it's been doubled, maybe tripled. So stop making excuses until you try that out completely. Don't even talk about anything, because experiences will speak louder than any theoretical thought you have. Take care, boys. Bye.